So a big part about learning to code with ChatGPT and actually doing these projects anyway is the fact that we don't have a nice little prompt like on Free Code Camp that just tells us what the next step is. So I don't know about you, but when I come back to it, I'm like, what was I doing again? You know, so we got to kind of figure out what's going on. So that being said, let's go over this code one more time. All right. Just for a refresher. All right. What are we going to say? Refresh. Do a quick run through of this code. And then we'll drop boom like that and say boom. So here's a quick run through of the code. So we've got the code here, and then let's pull this one over let's pull this over here. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. So, and then now let's get this over. All right. So this program simulates an 8x8 checkers game board on it. It initializes the board with the red and black pieces in their standard starting positions. Yes. If we do this, we see, yeah, it's just like that. Except for what happens. Anyway, we can see it's in the standard positions with a blank, a square, pardon me, a blank, a piece, a blank, a piece, and blah, 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 blah. All right. So there's that. Let's come back over here. It displays the board in the console for visualization. All right. So here's the headers and namespace. All right. We didn't go over this in the last one. So the include iOS stream or IO stream provides input and output functionality, SIN and cout, which I guess it's console in and console out. Using namespace std standard allows us to use standard functions like console out without needing the standard and then dot and then a colon prefix. Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, I don't know what that is. But I guess that's cool. We don't have to use this. This looks pretty hard to handle anyway. Pardon me. So we've got constant for board size. Const int board size. Where's that at? Const int board size. Oh, okay. Here we go. Const int board size equals 8. So I guess this is saying we have a const and then we have to declare the integer, it being an integer before it. I guess we would do const char for a character. I don't know. So let's go down here. Oh, and also we can see it says int row, int call. So I guess const just means it's a constant no matter what. All right. And then this is just like let's. The int row and the int call would be like let. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we've got this part. The outer loop iterates through the rows. The inner loop goes through the columns. And if it's it'll only do something if the row and column is when you add them together and you get the remainder operator. When you use the remainder operator on it by 2, it's got to give us 1. So it's got to be an odd number. All right. When we add the row and the column together. And hold on, give me a second. Let me get that file out. All right, so we got the checkerboard. So this would be a 0, 0. So that 0 plus 0. So 0 this way and 0 that way will be 0. 1 this way, 0 that way would be 1. And so there's a piece there. 0 plus 2, it's the remainder of 2, remainder operator 2 is 0 and blah, blah. So you get it. All right, so let's come back to this like this. One day I'll have this down. Row conditions. So if row is greater than 3, we're going to put R on it, right? Else, if row is less than 3, we're going to put R on it. And if row is greater than 4, we're going to put B's on it, right? So basically less than 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Anything that has the row less than that, we'll put some red pieces on. And anything greater than 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything greater than this, so all these, we'll put the black pieces on. All right. So let's come back over here. Let's just minimize it. How about that? No, stupid. No, stupid. All right. Guess what I was trying to make. Guess what kind of video I was trying to make. Didn't work so good. I'm not a gamer. I'm not a game content creator. All right. So otherwise the square is empty, and that's what this part is right here. Else board row column is going to be an empty non-playable square. All right. So we've got this part, this function to display the board prints each row of the board by iterating through all columns, right? So boom, boom, just like that. So console out, board row column. We're going to put a space in between it. So like right here in the console, when we run this thing, you see there's going to be the R, but you see there's also a space right there. So there's this space here and then this space here. All right. So anyway, let's keep going. And also puts a new line at the end. That's what this part is, this count, this console out with the end right there. Right. And then we've got this main function. We didn't go over this in the last one, but it's no big deal. So declares the board, a 2D array of size, board size by board size, right? Char board size by board size. Calls initialize board, right? That's this thing right here. Initialize board right here, calls that. And then it calls display board. So display board after that. So first it calls initialize the board with the board size of 8, and then it calls display board. And that's it. And then we put return 0 for some reason. I guess that's just what we do. Program unsuccessfully, return 0. All right, perfect. When we run the code, it should look like this, which it sure does. Anything else? Summary. All right, so there we go. So what's the next step? That's a great question. The next step is to say, so what's the next step? So what's the next step? Short answer. Boom. Why isn't it doing when I press enter? I don't know. Anyway, implement basic piece movement. Get player input, start and end positions, validate the mood, update the board. Yes, we are. Yes. Pop. There we go. Here's the code to implement basic piece movement. I'm not trying to think about how to do this. So here's the initialized board. We already did that. Here's the display board. We already did that. Here's move piece. We're making a Boolean called move piece. So this is a void and this is a Boolean. All right. And how long is this Boolean? And then there's the main right there. But we have to add some things to main too. While true, display board. Whoo! Look at all this. All right. Okay. So we're going to have to organize too, because like I don't really understand version control, believe it or not, but I do understand that it's important and that we can maybe do some version control on our own. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it like this and say, we'll say, I don't know what we're going to do. Hold on. Let's look at this. This is part of it, is not really knowing what to do and then figuring it out while you're going. So what we want to do, this is cool. All right. This is cool right here. Let's get this over here. There's the display board. And then we got this bool move piece. So let's take this bool move piece and throw it in there. All right, just go up here, get this along with the comment, copy it. Let's come over here to this, and let's toss it right here. All right, bop, like that. And then let's shorten it up. So I want to put stuff on here. First lesson, lesson one. That way we can remember what parts happen when. And then we'll put lesson 1. Oh, like this. All right. So we'll say lesson 1. It doesn't need to be perfect by any stretch. Okay. It just needs to be there so we can see it. All right. And I want to put a lot of things in between it. So I'm going to take this, copy it, and we'll put down here. We'll do this. We'll do lesson 2 for this part. Because look, it's very important to stay organized, to get and stay organized when doing this stuff. All right, lesson 2, and then this is going to be lesson 1. Is it ugly? Is it stupid? Maybe. Maybe so, you know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I can't tell. All I know for sure is that it's easy to get sidetracked and it's easy to lose focus. Very easy, and easy to forget what you did when and how to get it back. You know what I'm saying? That's a good reason for version control. Let me grab this. And let's put this, I'm going to control X that and put it right here. Lesson 1. All right. And then let's close it down too, because we already did them. All right. Lesson 2 and lesson 1 again right there. All right. Let's save it. Cool. So now that we did that, it should be a little bit better going forward. Let's open up this. All right, so that's the first part, and now we got to add something to this. So we're going to replace what we had before with this. All right, so let's come over here and drop this right here at initialize board. So let's drop this down 1, 2, right here. Let's I'm going to comment this out and say, like this, replaced in lesson 2. All right, something like that. And I'm just making this up as I go. I've never done this before. I just know that I've gotten in trouble by not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's do this and drop it off right here. So there's that. And then let's put lesson 2 over top of that. Is it overkill? Yeah, it is. Is this what I'm going to be doing when I'm doing this professionally? Of course not. I'll know version control by then. But today, I don't know version control. And this is good enough, right? This is a way to do it. All right, let's come over here and let's look at this. Let's look at this thing. All right, so we did that, and now this is where it gets a little more complex. All right, so what it does, move piece validates the original thing. So we're gonna have to look at this stuff first. All right, let's back up so it's easier to check. In fact, this isn't where it is. Let's go over to this. All right, so let's take this lesson 2 thing and let's look at it. All right, if we just go outside here, it'll get everything. All right, so let's go over here to this ChatGPT and say, explain this code. All right, here's a detailed explanation. Let's open this up while we're at it. So, all right, the move piece function handles the logic for moving a piece on a checkered board. It ensures that the move is within the board's boundaries. There's a piece at the starting position. There's a destination. The destination square is empty, and the move is a valid diagonal move by 1 square. If all conditions are met, it moves the piece and returns true. If not, it outputs an error message and returns false. Okay. So function definition. So we've got this part right here, this bool move piece. Bool, the function returns a true or false value depending on whether the move is valid. So it's looking for a true or false. Anything else is going to be bad for it. We've got parameters, board size like this. We've already done that. Start row, start call. Where are we? We've got int start row, int start call, int in row, and int in call. Let's bring this over here to this side. And widen this out a little bit. All right, good. All right, so we've got those Boolean. We've got these this char board size int start row start call, int in row, int in call. All right, so it's going to be looking for the board size right here, comma, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 different parameters. Right, looking for 4 different arguments. Cool. So we've got that part. Step-by-step logic. Let's look at it. Check if the move is within bounds. Okay. So if start row is less than 0, or start row is greater than or equal to board size, or start call is less than 0, or start call is greater than or equal to board size, or end row is less than 0, end row is greater. So if anything's out of bounds, basically, if it's less than 0 or greater than 8, so 9 or whatever, we're going to do a console output move is out of bounds and do an inline and return false. All right. And so it's going to be done. This thing's going to be done because it's returning false. All right. So now we're going to check if there's a piece at the start position. So if we got an if here, if board start row equals nothing, we're going to say console output no piece at the starting position and do an inline and then return false. All right. So we can check it. We don't even need to really look at this. Check if the destination is empty. All right. So this is where the start row start call is. If it's empty, it's no good. If it's not empty on the end row in call, it's also not good. We can't do it. So here we go. We got check if the move is diagonal. So if abs this, so absolute value of end row minus start row does not equal 1. Yes, right? That's right, right? How does that make sense though? It's got to equal 1. So whatever direction it goes, it's got to equal 1. And then end call minus start call also has to equal 1. Also can't equal 1. So if this doesn't equal 1 or this doesn't equal 1, invalid move. I think it's because if you move it, if you do the start row in row and it's in the same call, it's in the same row, the row is the same, and so it'll be 0. So if it so if it does not equal 1, so if it equals 0 or it equals 0 on this one, then it's invalid. Okay, cool. All right. So then perform the move. So then after we check everything, we're going to perform the move. We're going to say board end row end column now equals board of start row start column. And then board start row start call. So this the R or the B is now here, and now this R or B where there was an R and B is now blank. All right, so we changed the blank to an R or a B, and we changed the R to B to a blank, and that's the end of that one. Let's go check out the other one. Let's try to do it without looking at that. All right, so we've got this while loop. So this is int main while true. We're going to display the board. All right. Start. We're going to have int start row start call in row in call. What the? Why? Let's get it. Let's get it to talk about this. All right. Explain the stuff inside the lesson 2 comments as it pertains to the main.cpp file. Let's see. Whoa, stop. Let's get this. Let me do this. Let me pull a fast one. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes I make mistakes. All right. So let's try that again. All right, there. Okay, so it indicates the addition or modification of functionality to introduce new concepts or features into the program. So let's go over how the lesson 2 changes relate to our program. Lesson 2 changes in the purpose. So we're going to replace this stuff. So this is what it used to be. In lesson 1, the program likely called initialize board to set up the board with pizzas in their starting position. In lesson 2, this is replaced with a new loop structure that continuously prompts the user for moves. This change shifts the focus from just displaying an initial board to implementing player interaction and game logic. Okay. The lesson 2 code introduces a game loop. All right. And let's break it down. So while true, so yeah, this is a while loop. While true, this creates an infinite loop, meaning the game will continue running until the user manually stops it, ergo by closing the program. This is the core of the interactive gameplay. Okay. They say that, but does it really set into our minds? I don't know. Display board. This prints the current state of the board at the start of each turn. This allows players to see the board's status after each move. All right. So that's what this is. So this is a function call right here. So now we've got input for starting and ending position. So it skipped this stuff. What about this stuff? What about this stuff? Let's see what it says. What these variables represent. The row index of the piece. Okay, so is that like stop. So is that like declaring the variables or something? All right, so that's declaring variables. That's what that is. It means we're creating space in memory to store integer values, but at this point the variables don't have anything specific in them. Okay, so this is declaring the variables. Why though? Why can't we use them for, or did we not declare them before? No, we did right here. But this is local scope. Okay. So, okay. Whatever. All right, so since that's local scope, this is also local scope inside of this while loop. All right. Makes sense now. Let's go back up to the thing before that. All right. So the input for starting in, so this is going to prompt the player, enter the starting position, row call, and then enter the destination position, row call. All right. Move piece, start row, roll call, whatever. All right. So basically, let's try this. Let's save it and let's give it a shot. Shoo, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? What? Why does it look like this? Why does the console look like this? All right. Char in our board. All right. Here's the code. What are you talking about? Because look, I don't know where to find that stuff. So we're going to have to find it. We're going to have to use ChatGPT to find it because I don't know what it's talking about. That's the second thing I've done that. It's this. No, it's just drop it. All right. Int main char border size. To fix, make sure this is called at the start of main. Is that, was it like that and I just didn't do it right? That's another concern, you know, when doing this stuff. Okay. Yeah, look, we didn't do this. No, yeah, we did. Do we? No, that's the move. Oh, this part. That's what they're talking about. We didn't do that. Okay, so let's go back over here. See, it debugged it for us and we didn't have to go in. Look, I'm all about learning. You know this, okay? You've seen my channel. But at the same time, I'm also all about using the freaking tools we got. So right here. Oh, no, we did that. Then there was that thing under that. Let's come back over here to the ChatGPT. So we didn't do initialize board. That's what the deal was. Well, I don't know how that worked though. How did I forget? How did I mess that up? Oh, what? Hold on. What did I mess up? All right, let's get rid of this. Let's go here. Int main. Okay. Initialize board. Oh, what? What? Oh, no, this, I see. We shouldn't have done this. That was the thing that was wrong. Shouldn't have got rid of that. I'm going to grab this, do a Control X, and let's say, replaced in lesson 1. Okay. Replaced in lesson 2. Okay. So that should be better. Let's save it. Try it. Okay, yeah. So that was the mess up. So enter the starting position. We're going to start red. Row call. Let's say 0, 1. 0, 1. Enter the destination position. Let's say no, not 0, 1. Let's say 0, 2. 2, 2. Invalid move. Let's try again. 0, 1, 2. Let's say 2, 0. No. 2, 0, 1. 2, 1. And let's put that at 3, 0. 3, 0. Let's see if this works. This one here should move right here. Let's see if this works. And it did. Okay. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's see if we can do it with another red instead of the black. So 0, 1, 0, 1. And then let's say 1. No, let's say 0, 1, 2, 2, 1. Invalid move. All right, good. So it knows that we're on black's move. So let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 0 to 4, 1. 5, 0, 4, 1. Okay, look at that. Awesome. So we can move them. We can't capture anything yet. We haven't done the capture thing, but we can actually move them. And that's how it worked. So basically it says console output, enter the starting position, row call, and then it says input. This is console input, start row, and then start call. So start row and start call. Let's see if we can do this without a space. That would be bad. No, none of them. There's never any double. There's never any 2-digit numbers. So let's try it again. Let's say 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, Did that work? No. No. 2 space 1. So if that didn't work, but okay, cool. 2 1, and then destination will say 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 2 3 2. Invalid move. 0 1 2 0 1 2 3 0 1 2. What? What? Out of bounds. What? 3 2 0 1 2 3 0 1 2. What's wrong with that? All right, let's try it again. 2 1 2 1 3 2. What the hell? 0 1 2 3 0 1 2. 3 minus 2, 2 minus 1. It should go. It should be right. Let's try it. Let's exit out and try it one more time. 2 2 1 3 2. Okay, so it was probably that little mess up that we did earlier that did a bug. So we'll have to fix that, but we'll fix that later. All right, so it works pretty good for now. Special character encoding. Okay, yeah. So this is just telling us what we already figured out. So yeah, this is pretty good for now. So we'll go on to the next one after this. Let me know in the comment section if you liked it, if you want to see any changes, if you want to see anything different, whatever. I'm open to criticism. Pardon me, just constructive criticism. I'm open to you lambasting me. I don't care. Okay, because it's if you have the nerve, that means I probably deserved it. That being said, so we're gonna go on to the next part, which is who knows. We'll see in the next video, and we'll see you next time.